Today, we're tackling something fundamental. Are you really drinking enough water?
It sounds simple, right?
Exactly. And look, we know you're busy, so we want to get straight to the good stuff. We've got insights from a Mehmal podcast transcript focusing on those surprising signs of dehydration.
Yeah, signs beyond just feeling thirsty because, honestly, if you're already thirsty,
You're already behind the curve.
pretty much, dehydration has already started. So we're talking about the earlier, maybe sneakier signals.
Okay, let's jump in. Fatigue. Huge one for most people. We always blame sleep.
Yeah.
Right. But could it be water?
Absolutely. It often is. Think about it this way. Even being slightly dehydrated reduces your blood volume.
Okay, so less fluid circulating.
Exactly. And that means your heart has to pump harder, to get oxygen and nutrients everywhere. It's more work.
Which leaves you feeling tired,
Wow.
even with a good night's sleep.
Precisely. So that unexplained tiredness could be a sign.
All right. What about headaches? I know I get them staring at my screen, but is there sometimes more to it?
There often is. Dehydration can actually cause your brain to temporarily shrink just a little, pull away from the skull,
Seriously, shrink.
just slightly. But it's enough to pull on the membranes and trigger pain receptors. Result, headache.
Huh. So next time, maybe try water before the painkillers.
Definitely worth a try, especially for those screen time headaches.
Okay, here's one I hadn't really connected before.
Yeah.
Bad breath. How does water intake relate to that?
Well, saliva is your mouth's natural cleaner, right?
Yes.
It washes away food bits, bacteria.
Makes sense.
So when you're dehydrated, you produce less saliva, and less saliva means
More bacteria hanging around.
you got it. More bacteria leading to unpleasant smells. So yeah, persistent bad breath could be your body saying, hydrate me.
Good to know. Now, cravings. This one's interesting. Sometimes I feel like I need a snack, but maybe. Maybe I'm just thirsty.
That happens a lot. The brain's signals for thirst and hunger, they can get a bit mixed up sometimes. They originate in a similar part of the brain.
So your body thinks it needs food when it actually needs water.
It can, yeah. So a good tip is before reaching for that snack, try a glass of water first. Wait maybe 10, 15 minutes.
And the craving might just vanish. Simple.
Surprisingly effective.
Okay, another thing mentioned was dizziness and poor concentration. That awful brain fog feeling.
Oh, yeah. Even mild dehydration can really mess with your cognitive function.
How so?
Well, your brain needs water to work properly. Lack of it can affect your mood, your ability to focus, even your short-term memory.
So feeling foggy or unfocused. Water could be the fix.
It's a very likely culprit, yes. Hydration is key for mental clarity.
So we know we need it. But how much? Is that old 8 glasses a day thing still the gold standard?
It's a decent starting point, a general guideline, but really individual needs vary quite a bit.
Based on what?
Well, things like how active you are, the climate you're in, hot weather means more water loss, your overall health, stuff like that.
So listen to your body, basically.
Exactly. Pay attention, adjust as needed. Don't just stick rigidly to a number.
And it's not just about drinking plain water, right? Can we get hydrated from food, too?
Oh, absolutely. Lots of fruits and vegetables are packed with water. They definitely contribute to your overall intake.
Like watermelon. Always hear about that one.
Watermelon's a classic example. Super high water content, deliciously hydrating.
Can't wait for summer. Okay, so if there's one main takeaway message about hydration.
It's about being proactive. Don't wait for thirst. That's your body's late signal.
Right. By then, you're already playing catch-up.
Exactly. Sip water consistently throughout the day.
Done.
Be mindful about it. That's the real game changer.
Okay, quick recap then. The hidden signs we talked about. Fatigue, headaches,
Bad breath, those confusing cravings.
busyness, trouble concentrating.
Yep. Those are the key ones to watch out for.
So, paying attention to these signals, prioritizing water. It sounds simple, but it can make a real difference to how you feel every day.
A huge difference. Better energy, clearer thinking. It's foundational.
Great advice. So here's a final thought for you, the listener. Beyond these physical things we discussed, fatigue, headaches, etc., take a moment to think. In what other, maybe even more subtle ways, could being just a little dehydrated be impacting your day, your productivity, your mood, maybe something you haven't quite put your finger on yet? Just observe yourself today.